Welcome back to Card Curiosity, where we try to find the best possible ways to make a good return on your investment in the sports card world. And we're going to continue our series with 2025 Topps Heritage. Recently released, we did a hobby box, and we didn't think we got anything too crazy. The thing with Heritage, you always kind of have to look after the fact, and we had a Shohei card here. We found it pretty early in the video. Looks to be fairly normal, but on the back of the card, you'll see that the bat has been flipped. Normally the number's up here. And so this is a bat flip variation. You can barely see right there, it says flipped. So this is a really, really nice card. A Shohei variation is going to be pretty rare. So we might have actually made our money back on that first hobby box, even though we didn't get an autograph. But for this particular video, we're looking at two mega boxes. The megas run around 50 a piece, so two of these is about the same cost as the hobby box. And that's kind of what we're going to do here, is just try to figure out all the different formats. If you're going to spend $100 to $125, which is the best format to look at. So you're going to find 136 total cards, 17 packs, 8 cards per pack. You get red parallels and silver sparkle variations, it says. So let's see what these look like. We'll go through pretty quickly and check for variations at the end, just because it can take a little bit of time. Orioles, usually they're like kind of in the middle. But there's a lot. Oof. Actually, look at that Jackson Holiday. Like one of the variations that I don't think actually shows you, it doesn't have a code or anything, would be like the different cartoon kind of variation. So that can be really tricky. I saw on eBay was a James Wood variation like that, and it was hard to tell. There's no indication that it's different. You just have to have two of them and look. And we got a hit. How about that? So Willie Adames on the patch. Was not expecting that one. So nice little hit there. The second pack for us. There we have our sparkle here. First one. Not too shabby. That's how they look. So you're gonna have much more color and chrome than usual in these. Schwarber, Sogard, and we have a refractor of Langoliers. Nice looking card, not numbered. So the sparkles aren't going to be numbered, refractors aren't going to be numbered. They do have numbered and colored variations. I think we have blue to 150. Gold now is going to be to 50 instead of to 5. There's a regular chrome, Bobby Witt, nice. I'll take a good Bobby Witt card any day of the week. There's a red border. Is that what they're talking about? Exclusive base red parallels. So this might be the ones that are exclusive to the mega box. Red border, Parker Meadows, Caminero, and then the AL batting leaders. Most of the base cards aren't going to be worth much here, just because you don't have rookies that are quite like Paul Skeens, although James Wood could potentially be that guy. He is playing out of his mind right now, it seems like. And wow, look at that. All right, another Shohei. I saw some of these online, and like, to me they look like Topps Archives, so I honestly didn't know or think that they were really from Heritage. So this is a 2025 or 25th anniversary card of Shohei. Pretty nice. Probably worth I don't know, $5, 5 to 10, something like that. Now there's Chrome Sparkle. There's Yamamoto's Year 2 card. It's always weird when you're seeing players like Langford that you're used to being rookies. There's Mookie. We did take a nice Mookie. But now we're moving on to the new class of rookies. No more Langford, Merrill, Skeens as rookie cards. I think we might have seen all of those sets released now, for the most part. AL batting leaders. For RBIs, Judge at 144, and second place was Jose Ramirez with 118. Crazy. What a year Judge had last year. Hey, Stephen Kwan, nice. All right, go Cleveland. Kwan, of course, one of our favorite players. We're getting into box number 2 now. If Cleveland is smart, they will extend him ASAP. All right. Strimsky on the Sparkle. There's a Trout. We'll throw Trout up there for now. J-Rod. That's cool. So just a base chrome there. Hopefully we can find ourselves an autograph here. One of these boxes. Posey. So the rest of the series, because the checklist is so big and because the rookie class just isn't that good. My plan for Heritage is simply to buy the minimum to help you guys understand which formats you might want to use, if any. This is not something we're going to be ripping very much of. I just don't think it's going to be possible to get the big hits, or at least the odds are not going to be in your favor. Like Heritage High Number was really, really nice because the checklist was smaller and the players you could get were awesome. So Trey Lipscomb, Nationals. Big Christmas over here. Churio. Year 2 Churio, Abe Lincoln, President. So 2 more packs. I'm not sure what the, might be a little while before we have a product that we're able to kind of jump all in with. Cunha, Mickey Mantle, all-time stars on the chrome. You know, some of the most fun that you can have here is buying a whole case, ripping through it, and seeing if you can get that big hit and make some money back. But for baseball, it can be pretty tough. So there's Rizzo on the red border. All right, there you have it. I will look through here real quick for variations. I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
All right, so silly me, didn't even realize that we only went through one of these boxes actually. So here's box number 2 of the Megas. See if we can find anything else that might make us think Megas are the way to go. If you look only at, the stack of cards here of speckles and things like that, from one mega box for $50, I guess, it's not terrible. Jonathan Cannon. Boy, if he doesn't have a good arm, it'd be really disappointing name for him. So we'll go through all these. See if 2 megas is the way to go. Looking for James Wood and Dylan Cruz primarily. So there's a strikeout leaders. Or Shohei. Shohei parallels, variations, things like that. Kershaw. You do get 17 packs. So Sparkle of Harper. All right, that's pretty nice. Little off center. Probably won't grade it, but maybe worth a couple bucks. Langford, year 2. Judge, runs batted in. Imanaga. Nothing. Doesn't look like variation or anything on those. Daryl Kelly. Got a chrome here. Bryce Miller. Batting leaders: Bobby Witt, 332. Vlad, 323. And Judge, 322. All right. Looks like we got a refractor coming up. We'd love to get a low numbered card or a sweet refractor. This one's going to be AL home run leaders. All right, that's pretty cool. Judge, 58. What a beast. Santander, 44. Soto, 41. And that is refractor. It says refractor top right there. Centering looks good. Okay. So not too bad. Have a hit there. Again, probably worth a couple bucks. But, you know, you're looking at, if you're going to spend 100 to 130 on this particular product, the chances of you finding the card or the player that you want, I think, is going to be really, really slim. A better option would be, in my opinion, to just come up with a budget on that player. So if you're looking for a nice James Wood, all right, spend $100 on a nice James Wood. There's your first Dylan Cruz base there. Home run leaders. Lindor. Okay. Guess that's not a variation. That's just the way it looks. So we'll probably do that. I've got my eye on James Wood, specifically as the top rookie. I think to find in here. There's Vlad on the red border. Backwards card. Image variation, Mason Miller. All right, that's pretty cool. So sometimes these will be backwards. Image, it says Mason Miller. So that's a decent hit from a mega box. Miller's a good player, maybe the best closer in the league right now. Strikeout leaders, Angel Martinez. You know, he's doing pretty stinking good for Cleveland. I'm going to put him up there. Just keep an eye on him. There's Trout through the years. 3 more packs. I wonder what an image variation for Mason Miller year 2 might go for. Jack Leiter on the Speckle. Holiday, father and son. Pretty cool one there. Not going to have a ton of value, but some people might want it. Backwards, Maddox through the years. Oh, that's a foil. Okay. So a foil of Greg Maddux. Rainbow foil, maybe, whatever they call it. Maddox, of course, really stinking good pitcher. His mind was really good too. He always one step ahead. Always one step ahead of the hitters. McLean. Hey, Ellie, nice. So an Ellie Chrome. That could be, I mean, it's just a Chrome, not a refractor or anything, but likely worth a couple bucks. And we're on the last pack. I still probably stand by what I said, that the hobby box is going to be the route to go if you did want to. If you do want to open a box, I'd probably go hobby, just because you have a chance of getting an autograph. But you know, hit wise, for the same cost as the hobby box, I mean, you got all these colors. Sure, you know, you get the right player on some of these. You can maybe get to the point where you're making some money back, but for us, didn't hit anything too crazy, other than I think that Mason Miller image variation is probably the most valuable card. You know, maybe a couple of these refractors are worth $5, but overall, you know, did we get $100 back? I doubt it. You're probably looking at maybe $50 back from the mega boxes. So hope you enjoy this. Till next time, stay curious.